I'm Beth Perry. Welcome to Mini Bible Study videos. They have several purposes. The first is for Christian educators who work with adults. These different methods of doing Bible study are part of my 2-week online course called Teach Adults, offered through beadisciple.com. The second purpose is just for anyone who wants to try out a variety of Bible study styles. Maybe you'll find a type of study that suits you and explore doing more of it on your own. So the method I want to share with you today comes from John Dominic Crossan's book, The Dark Interval, Towards a Theology of Story. It's a way of looking at parables. If you're interested in more about this method, I'd recommend the book, but I do want to briefly describe how he defines parable before moving into our study today. Crossan describes 5 types of story: myth, which establishes worlds; apologue, which defends worlds; action, which investigates worlds; satire, which attacks worlds; and parable, which subverts worlds. This subversion is not about destroying a world, but about revealing a new truth that has always been there, but that just hasn't been said aloud before. So when Jesus tells a parable, like the one in Matthew 25 about the sheep and the goats, he's subverting the world he was living in and revealing a new world, a new truth that had been there all along but wasn't fully visible yet. You can pause the video here if you'd like to read the whole parable. Jesus was describing his flock, a mixed flock of sheep and goats, as was common in biblical times. And he was describing how he would judge between sheep and goats, between those of his own flock, not between his flock and some other shepherd's flocks. That was the expectation of the people at the time, wasn't it? Rome was oppressing Israel. Israel expected redemption. They expected a Messiah who would free them from Roman rule and liberate them to become again the independent and powerful nation they had once been. But here was Jesus revealing another truth, a completely different world than the one they expected. Instead of being judged against the oppressor, and then, of course, being found righteous and deserving of that independent kingdom, they were being judged against each other and found righteous or deserving based on the common decency they had showed to each other, and particularly showed to the most vulnerable around them. What's the message you and I might get today if we heard that parable with new eyes in our time? Read it today and listen for the new world about to be revealed to you. God bless.